back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Remy and I share lots of vegan recipes and tips to help you live well. And today we're gonna be doing a what I eat in a day, but not just any what I eat in a day. We're eating vegan Thai food for the entire day, and I'm really excited about this because I spent a lot of time in Thailand growing up and it's some of my favorite food out there, and it's also actually very easy to veganize, and I'm going to show you that today. On the menu we have some banana roti for breakfast, we have a chicken pad thai for lunch, and then for dinner I'm probably going to do some kind of yellow curry, I think. Kind of up in the air, but everything will be 100% vegan and gluten-free, and today's video is sponsored by Daring Foods. They make my favorite plant-based chicken, which is 100% vegan, and they have gluten-free options. It's high in protein, full of flavor, and it really tastes like chicken, so it's perfect for dishes like chicken pad thai. My non-vegan partner cooks with it a lot, and we'll eat it a lot together. So whether you're vegan or you're plant-based or just looking to try something different, this is the best as far as taste and texture. Daring Foods chicken comes in 4 delicious flavors. There's the original breaded, which is the only one containing gluten, Cajun, and then lemon herb. My personal favorite to cook with is the original because it's amazing as a base for whatever recipe you're working on, and you can really add any flavor that you'd like. Daring is now available at Walmart, which is amazing because Walmart is everywhere. So if you live near one, grab some Daring Foods chicken or place an online order on the Walmart website and let me know what you think because this stuff is so good. Okay, so without further ado, let's make some breakfast. Okay, so the first recipe we're gonna make for breakfast is banana roti. For the first time that I went to Thailand, and my entire family loved it. At the time I wasn't vegan, so usually it's made with regular condensed milk and also these like buttery roti, which I don't think are vegan. But we're gonna make it vegan and gluten-free, and if you've lived in Thailand or spent a considerable amount of time there, I know that you know this is everywhere. It's usually kind of at street stalls sometimes, and they'll make it more like a dessert as well. Instead of roti, we're gonna be using a gluten-free tortilla. This one gets really nice and soft, so I think it'll work just fine. But if you're not gluten-free, obviously feel free to use regular roti for an even better and more delicious tasting breakfast. And then you'll need a banana and also some condensed milk. So you can find coconut condensed milk or oat condensed milk, which is what I'm gonna be using today.
First thing we're gonna do is grab our tortilla. I highly recommend using roti if you can. Do not use a tortilla like I did, but anyway, heat it until it gets nice and soft. Add your banana and roll it up, and then we're going to drizzle our oat condensed milk on top. And I like to do this in the pan because it gets really nice and caramelized, so it is a little bit of a mess to clean up, but it is worth it and just so much better flavor wise. If you have any leftover banana pieces, you can also coat it in this mixture and it tastes really good. Then I'm gonna slice it up and enjoy.
The banana roti is done. It's a very simple, not even recipe, but it's really, really good. Don't use a tortilla, but it's still really good. It tastes like, I haven't had condensed milk since I was last in Thailand, I don't think. So good. We're making pad thai. So there are vegan versions, you can get them with tofu, and a lot of them are vegetarian, but we're gonna make ours not only vegan, but also gluten-free, and we're gonna add some protein with our daring chicken.
Now for the pad thai, we're gonna start by soaking our noodles. So grab your pad thai noodles, and all you need to do is put them in some hot water to soak until they're nice and soft. Once they are ready, just set them aside and let them chill in some cool water. And I like to start by preparing my daring chicken with a nice sear. This just adds some more flavor to it and gives it some crunch and extra texture. Then I'm adding my shallots to the pan, and I'm gonna give this all a nice saute. I want a little bit of browning, just some golden color, before I add my garlic to the pan. Then for peppers, I actually use some random yellow peppers. I recommend using Thai chilies if you can find them, but we ran out. I'm also adding my green onion stems. And finally, the noodles. The pad thai sauce is made with vegan fish sauce and tamari to make it gluten-free, and you just want to add that to the pan and get your noodles nice and coated, and that's basically it. It's super simple to make. I like to serve it with roasted peanuts, some chili flakes, and also some bean sprouts.
This is one of my all-time favorite dishes, and usually when I'm in Thailand, I'll just order it with tofu or just a vegetarian version with just vegetables, but I love making it with daring. It's just all the more nostalgic this way. And here's our daring chicken. It's incredible, the texture. It actually is stringy and kind of pulls apart like chicken. I promise you, it's so much better than takeout. I'm gonna show you a close-up of the texture because the way it pulls apart is incredible. I love getting it nice and brown first before adding the noodles and stuff because it adds a little bit of extra flavor and that kind of toasty, roasty flavor. But seriously, the texture is incredible. And I can't believe it's gluten-free because usually some of the better textural vegan meats will be made with just pure gluten, which a lot of people can't have. So I'm gonna finish up my lunch and then I will see you guys at dinner and we're gonna make a delicious hearty curry. I'm still a little bit full, but for dinner we're gonna make some Thai yellow curry. And I'm just gonna make it while they're still light in the kitchen because the sun is setting earlier and earlier nowadays. It's making me really sad. And even here in California, you start to lose light like 4 or 5-ish. So for the sake of the video, I'm gonna make it early and I'll reheat it when I actually eat it for dinner.
For our Thai yellow curry, we're gonna use some shallots and carrots. I forgot to film this, but I also added some garlic and fresh ginger before adding my curry paste. Now I had a little bit of a mishap here because we didn't have any coconut milk on hand before I started making this, so I ended up making it with oat milk. It was a little bit thinner in consistency, but just fine. I threw in some broccoli, baby corn, and then potatoes, and then added my milk and just let that simmer. Having the curry for dinner and also a coconut.
Okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have a favorite Thai recipe in the comments below because I love veganizing Thai recipes and I will leave the recipe for everything that I made today in the description box as well. And a big thank you to Daring Foods for sponsoring today's video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe, and hit the little bell notification button. And I will see you in another video soon. Bye.
Gotta let her know that she my